It's Memorial Day in Israel, so guess what we did?
Have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
That was the words of JFK, after speaking of changing the world was one day just gone. Both the places we are visiting today have family connections. The JFK Memorial is in the Aminadab Forest, the name of Ithamar's grandmother, the mother of Aaron the High Priest. The modern spring is named for Itamar Doran, who was killed here on October 13, 1998, when two Hamas terrorists attacked him while he was swimming in the spring. What say you join us while we try to unravel this story? Ithamar's story started on his inauguration day. For 7 nights, with the breeze in his face and the noise of the entire camp settling for the night, he had slept in the tabernacle during its consecration. He then put on his garments, followed his father's lead and the instruction of Moses in the opening service, when suddenly the glory of God appeared. Tragedy hit, and in an instant both his brothers were dead, left like ashes within their preserved coats of office. But the remarkable nature of Ithamar can be teased out. He was given instructions not to cry for his brothers, because if he showed sympathy for what they did, not only he, Ithamar, but the nation would be punished. Imagine that, seeing your brothers touched by the hand of God in front of your eyes and not doing anything, all men looking at you. It was a little like the words of JFK, that these men had a role in history to play that was bigger than themselves. Here was the huge interruption in the history of Israel, and carries valuable lessons for how we should approach to worship God. He wants nothing short of the best, and only according to his instructions. But Ithamar's day wasn't over yet. If what had happened was not a great enough challenge, then Moses turned in anger at Ithamar for burning the sin offering, which appears to have been left unattended while the tragedy hit. His father Aaron interjected, asking, would God have accepted this sin offering in circumstances like this? What a remarkable thing. The first sin offering ever in Israel's history had been burnt to cinders, like Nadab and Abihu. But the disaster doesn't end here. The tabernacle service was meant to start on the 8th day of A.wav, and being unclean for death for 3 days meant that the sons of Aaron could not select a lamb for the very first memorial meeting in Israel's calendar. The whole Mosaic system unravelled like a ball of yarn, and there was no way to fix it. Moses is given instructions for the remedy of all this disaster. is given instructions for another Passover the following month, for the careful approach on the Day of Atonement, and for the provision of a red heifer for the removing of the taint of death, a duty that Ithamar's brother Eliezer was to preside over. All these instructions gave a taste of a better solution that was much better than selecting men just because they were the sons of Aaron. God would much prefer a man who thinks and feels like him when he worships. And perhaps a clue to this is in Ithamar's own name, which means a choice for uprightness.
It's living water. It's nothing.
But how could Ithamar be perfect on that day? The red heifer was as close as it got for him, a sacrifice that was away from the tabernacle, involved running water and made him think. It reminded Ithamar of the day when the ashes of bodies were left outside the camp and never brought back inside. But after patient waiting, he too could come back into the camp again when a clean man presented himself perfectly washed in living water. This was a priest who loved righteousness and hated wickedness. Watching can only do so much. Teaching a man to love righteousness is so much important. So on that lonely day with the nation watching, what else could Ithamar do? He could only ask for forgiveness and wait, like us, for a better priest to come on another day. Bye for now.